On Wednesdays, we wear pink and apparently fun hats. Welcome to my series, Mean Math Girls. This is where I take the math problems from the movie Mean Girls and work them out. Let's see question 2.
Question number 2. Find an odd 3-digit number whose digits add up to 12. The digits are all different, and the difference between the first two digits equals the difference between...
Got it. The problem here, besides the problem, is that he didn't finish the question. Now let's write down what we know. First, we're looking for an odd number. We also know it's a 3-digit number whose sum adds up to 12, and they're all different numbers. The difference between the first two numbers is the same as the distance between, we're assuming, the second two numbers? Because you didn't finish the question. If we have 3 unknowns, we're going to need 3 equations. We only have 2 here, but we have a clue. Let's see if we can work it out. So let's try some things. What I'm going to do first is solve for b in each equation. Let's try plugging in b here. Now let's distribute the 2 and put our constants on one side and our variables on the other. We can divide everything by 3. Now remembering that a plus b plus c equals 12, we can substitute 8 for a plus c. Let's do that. Now don't worry about the other stuff on the board. I didn't want to erase it. We get b equals 4. Now honestly, I spent time on trying to figure out how to get the other 2 numbers. But then I sprouted an idea. Remember that first clue? It's an odd digit, so it must end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Well, we know it can't end in 9 because then 9 plus 4 is more than 12. So it's got to end in 1, 3, 5, or 7. Let's test some numbers out. So we know B is 4. Let's try 1 for C. So let's put it together. 7, 4, 1. Well, if we add up all the digits, it equals 12. And the difference between 7 and 4 is the same as 4 and 1. So that works. Now let's try 3 for C. Well, the sum is 12, and the difference between the first 2 digits is the same as the difference between the second 2 digits, so that also works. Let's try 5 for C. All right, I'm seeing a pattern here. The sum equals 12, and the difference between the 2 is the same as the difference between the second 2. So that also checks. Last, let's try 7 for C. Well, the sum equals 12, and the distance between the 2 is equal. So it checks. So it looks like we got 4 options for answers. Let's see how they answered the question.
Marymount, 741. Correct.
Ding, ding, ding. We got that answer, but we also got many more. And remember, he never really finished the question. So I'm going to say all of these are options. Come at me if you think something different.